afternoon, wherever on the world. Welcome to X Planet Live. My name is Lionel Miranda, and we are getting into AoS Wednesdays. In front of you for tonight, we got Daughters of Khaine versus Flesh Eater Courts. I don't know how often you've seen these armies in play. These armies are kind of, I'm not going to say rare, but not common in our neck of the woods. That is for certain. So I'm excited to see these guys in action. Actually, I think this is going to be really cool. Both armies are in various stages of painting, folks. So if you're new to the channel, we like to call ourselves not a battle report channel, but a channel that reports on battles. And what the heck does that mean? It basically means we stream games that are happening in our shop. These are two best buddies, and they were going to be playing a game today, and they were like, hey, we could be on stream. And I'm like, hey, I would love to have you on stream. So the man setting up currently right now is Jack, and he loves the Death faction in general, and this is one of his many Death armies. He also plays Nighthaunt, and I believe he has, the Vampire Counts army. So Soulblight Gravelords. Gosh darn it, I nearly forgot about that. Although both players are kind of new to the game, not super new, but not big, long in the tooth. They have fairly significant collections already, as they've both fallen in love with Age of Sigmar. On the other side, who you haven't seen quite yet, but maybe we could get a shot of the good-looking guy here. There he is. Bingo bango. Maybe I won't cut off his head. There it is. That's John right there. John originally came to the game with Seraphon. And since he's actually fallen in love with Daughters of Khaine. So how cool is that? Daughters of Khaine is a very, very finesse style army. But while the guys are setting up, maybe we'll just dive into the lists right now. But before even that, let's get rid of some overlays and look at a screen. How's that? The mission we're playing for today is Border War. If you haven't been able to figure it out, Border War is the twist is victory points scored by each player from controlling objectives are capped at a maximum of 6 points. Now, why does it say that? Because you could actually technically score more if you didn't have that cap. Add 1 to the hit rolls for units in the underdog's army if they charge this turn and are contesting the objective wholly within their enemy's territory. And then where the scoring happens, or how the scoring happens, I should say, is you score 1 victory point if you control an objective wholly within friendly territory, 2 victory points if you control an objective on the border of a friendly territory, 5 if you control your enemy's objective, and of course the standard 4 points if you score your, whatchamacallit, also known as battle tactic. Yeah. How about we go look at the list? How's that? All right, so let's look at it. Weighing in at 1960, literally the worst possible amount of points, because you're not low enough to get your CP and you left 40 points on the table. For shame, John. For shame. We have the Daughters of Khaine, and he's playing Scathe Coven, which is basically all the sneaky ladies. It's a 3-drop list, so in this case, John has a potential to unlock an extra honor guard. And then we go into the actual spell lore, which is Lore of Shadows, prayer lore, which is Prayers of Khainite Cult, and then manifestation lore, which is Manifestations of Khaine. Well, you know what? Most of the people who play Daughters of Khaine have a tendency to play their own manifestation lore. I don't know why that is, because I'm not sure it's much better than the others, to be honest. But I mean, it's not bad. If someone knows better out there, you could pipe in the chat why you think that manifestation lore is more commonly taken. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, we go to the General's Regiment. We got, of course, Marathi of Khaine. She is the general because why? She is the War Master. And then we got 2 units of Qunari Heartrenders. And then we go to Regiment number 1, affectionately known as Regiment number 2. We have a Melusai Iron Scale with Zealous Orator. Zealous Orator is a wholly within 12 inches. Add 3 dice to the rally roll. So she's very good at rallying the troops back. And then we got Blood Sisters, fully reinforced. Blood Sisters are the ones with the bows, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's the ones with bows. I'm probably wrong. And then we got the Bloodstalkers, who are either the ones with the pikes or the spears, or the ones with bows. Actually, now I'm not certain. Also fully reinforced. And then we got a min unit of Bloodstalkers. And then in regiment number 2, affectionately known as regiment number 3, we got a Hag Queen with a Khainite pendant. All right, so that is the Daughters of Khaine list. Let us now look at over to the ghouls. That's right. So the ghouls, we have weighing in at 2,000 points, I believe, on the nose. Yeah, baby. That's how you build lists. 2,000 points on the nose. 2 drops, so he is definitely concerned about controlling that first round priority. Manifestation lore is Manifested Insanity. And again, that is their own manifestation lore. And then they have the prayer, rites of delusion, and the spell lore of madness. If you have not figured it out, these guys are crazy as all heck. And every single one of them think they're the good guys. That's right. Defending their kingdom against the evil monsters that are invading. Yes, they suffer delusions. Even when they look upon themselves, they see themselves as just regular people. You know, just trying to get by this cruel, mortal universe. We go into the General's Regiment, and in the General's Regiment, we have Ushran, Motarch of Delusion, and this is an absolutely stunning model and pretty much the reason to play this faction. And then we got into Crypt Horrors, fully reinforced, tough as nails, again can punch quite well. And then we got a Royal Terrorgeist, followed by a unit of reinforced Morbeg Knights, and these guys are here to do some work. If you have not seen Morbeg Knights, they can hit pretty darn hard. And then we go to Regiment number 1, affectionately known as Regiment number 2, aboard Arc Regent, the Cruel Taskmaster, and then a Royal Decapitator, who on a fluky, I guess what you would call slot machine roll, can just actually take the head off of almost anything. And then the Crypt Ghouls and more Crypt Horrors, actually fully reinforced. So this is just a tough line, being backed up by Morbeg Knights and, of course, the man, the legend that is Ushran. All right, so those are the lists. The boys, I think, are pretty much all set up. They must be getting close to actually rolling dice. Let's get to the table.
You choose yours first.
I am going to bodyguard Usharon, with my honor guard being this unit of horrors here.
Okay.
So it'll be the horrors with the one green base.
Okay.
That is the honor guard.
Okay. And then yours is infantry. The knights are cavalry.
And a monster.
And then Oosh is a monster as well.
Oosh is a monster as well, yeah.
And then what's the save on both the monsters? 4s?
Yes, I believe so. Okay. Let me check for you.
I feel confident that that's true.
Yeah, it usually is.
Yeah, I'm going to do +1 rend against monster on Shadow Queen, because she is a unit within the General's Reg.
In the end, were you more drops than that?
I was. I'm 3, so
you're going to get
an extra one. Yeah, I'm about to put it down.
Yeah.
And then my bodyguard will be the Spear Snakes in the regiment of the Snake Hero.
Sweet.
So if neither of them charge, anybody in combat with them is -1 attacks.
Sweet.
And you went Prize Beast?
I went Honor Guard. You can't give her Prize Beast because it's a hero.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be non-hero.
Someone told you could, and I'm like, I thought those were freaking insane.
Yeah, it would be amazing on Marathi, wouldn't it?
God, it would be absolutely crazy.
Because she has the hero keyword, even though she's not the general.
The general.
This one's the general.
Okay.
What was your second one then? Sorry.
Bodyguard.
Bodyguard and
Bodyguard and special assignment. +1 rend against monsters. Anti-monster on the charge on Shadow Queen.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going through the list stuff right now.
Sweet. So a reminder, Cruel Taskmaster on him, so he gets some bonuses to rally rolls.
Yep.
And Charnel Vestments, so he's a Priest 1.
Okay, yeah. My Priest gets the +1d6 prayers per game.
Sweet.
I can use it once per game. It doesn't like miscast, so it's just add the rolls.
That's nice.
And then my snake hero has the plus rally rolls as well.
Cool.
Okay, let's see if I can do this right. We're gonna exit out of that, and we're gonna go next. Gonna go next. Who on priority? Not me, the opponent. Let's do. So you choose who goes first.
I believe I will go. Yes, I will go first.
Okay.
I'm going to do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 CP, 4 CP. Yeah, Marathi's at her 12. Yeah. Then have at her.
Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to put my command points there. And these are also going to track my noble deeds as well. So I'm going to have a couple of those
We
ready.
also have the command points on the computer.
Oh, true. Okay,
so
cool.
We don't technically need them. We just need to remember to go over the computer.
Yeah, good to do it. Okay, so first order of business, I am going to...
Tactic.
Battle tactic. I'm going to take the flanks, which is usually a safe bet to start off.
Flesh eaters. Take the flanks.
Okay, so what I am going to do is, yes, take the flanks as my battle tactic. We move into hero phase.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to have Usharan address his loyal subjects. So everybody within 12, for each unit, wholly within 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am going to roll a dice. On a 5-up, I get a noble deed point. So these are my 4. So I get 1 noble deed point. Cool. Okay, so that's for him. To start off, there's 1 for him. And then I am going to pull the abhorrent archregent here onto the throne and place him as my steward.
Okay.
He gets D3 noble deed points.
In the box.
Nice. There's 3.
Cool.
And I believe hero phase, 3 inches. Yeah, D3 points to the steward. There's nothing to do there. So spell casting.
Yeah.
So what I am going to do is I am going to start off with a deranged transformation from Usharan onto the Morbeg Knights.
Okay.
So I need a 6 for this. And my nice blood red dice.
So this is from Ush.
And that is an 8.
Am I within 30? Is that over his base?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can give that an
deranged
invite if you like.
transformation on the Morbegs. This is +1 to wound, +2
To movement. Yeah.
And how many more casts do you have?
3 more.
3 more after this one? They're move 12 or 10?
12, and then it'd be going up to 14. Yeah.
That doesn't get you past half, so I'm gonna let that one go off.
Okay.
Really dig that decision. Good job all around. Love the positioning at the well on deployment with Jack before hurriedly garrisoning his thing. He did everything in the right stage to squeeze an extra die out of it. Yeah, it didn't get him enough noble deed points, and I'll explain that in a few moments. Let's get back to the table. Once we hit the movement phase, I'll start rambling.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool. So he does get an additional noble deeds point for getting off the
Spell.
So he's up to 2. And then he doesn't really have another option for things because I'm not within range of the other ones, and that's his only buff spell. So that's it for him. Archregent also gets 2. So I am going to try and do Deranged Transformation onto that unit of horrors here as well.
What's the range on it?
It's like
12?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's 18 actually. 12, sorry, yeah. So within 12, let me actually see if that's right.
Should be.
So when it's the steward, it's actually, you count the
target
model as
from the-
from the throne, so I'm pretty sure it actually, it works.
yeah, I
I'm not
thought
sure if that works for spells. I know it works for like being attacked.
I'm
kind of thing.
fine with that.
So I will do that. Another 2d6, I'm looking for a 6. That is another 9.
I'll dispel. That is a 9, so it goes off.
Noise. It is from the train. Okay, thanks. Where is my marker? Oh, I've already got him
Deranged
right.
as
Cool.
well.
So he gets another point.
And they move 6 plus 2,
Yeah.
so 8.
Actually, I think it's 7.
7 plus 2? Oh,
For the
7's
horrors.
so weird. 8, 9.
Yeah, you don't get it very often, but
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
yeah, 7 up to 9. Yeah. Okay. And then again, I don't have another real buff that I can put off here, so I believe that is it for my
Endless spells.
spell casting. So prayer.
Yeah,
I'm
your
going
endless
to.
spells.
Oh, endless spells. Yeah. I could try and put out the chalice if I wanted.
You also don't have to cast if you don't want to miss cast.
For those of you wondering, in this mission, the places of power are located to the far short edges of the table, to the extreme left and extreme right. Which is why the guys aren't rolling for it, is basically what I'm saying.
Anyway, get me another noble deed point, which I don't particularly hate either. But then I have to banish it myself, or make you kill it.
Yeah. And if you put it within 3, I can pile in and attack it.
True. I'm gonna go for it. I only need a 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's easy.
it truly is.
Because it's one of those, it just stands still.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Double 6s, no. It goes off.
Okay. So that's another successful cast for him. So that puts him up to 5 noble deeds points.
Okay, cool.
And then within 18.
Was that the barricade or the chalice?
That is the barricade. So I'm going to do a little bit there
That sucks.
and put a little block up there for you. That is my spellcast. Oh, sorry, chant. Final one from the Charnel Vestments. He gets a 5 on his.
What were you chant? So when you
Oh, you have to
chant,
say who you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
So I was going to go for the Charnel Conviction, the 5-up ward. So I needed a 5, but I think I'm going to bank that
Okay.
because I can get better things later.
Yeah.
So I am going to put that as some saved up holy power, and that also counts towards
Noble deeds.
a noble deed point for him as well.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
End of turn.
End of hero
Or
phase.
End of hero
Yeah.
phase. I'm gonna spend a command point. Boom, to counter cast the prayer with the priest. We're going for Sacrament of Blood. I'm just banking the points. Anything but a 1, please. 6.
That's nice.
So it's -1, so she's up to 5 prayer points.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, so same with
Oh, it's
countercast.
-1.
Yeah, same
Interesting.
with countercasting.
Okay, cool.
But it's only if you get an innate 1 do you lose the all the prayer, or D3 prayer points.
Okay, interesting.
And a hero face.
And a hero face. Okay, sweet. Movement. Okay, so I am going to start by moving the horrors up here. Sorry, 7 inches. Puts me toes onto there. Okay. The Morbegs normally have a move of 12. They have a +2 to 14.
And so you're trying to get past the midline.
So I'm going to run them.
So you basically need to get past the midline and within 6 inches of the edge.
So another
So
4.
yeah, that's 14
So
up to 18. And so yeah, the midline's like here-ish.
Okay.
So basically, as long as you tap them past this point right here.
Okay. So I'm going to get them onto there.
All right, as he completes his battle tactic, there is a lot happening in Flesh Eater Courts. There's certainly no Destruction Army, folks. So we got, he already mentioned it, Noble Deed points as a mechanic, as a resource that they manage on their side. The max any character can have is 6. And those characters earn those Noble Deed points through fighting, praying, and casting. They could also, or at least the general can, I believe, maybe it's any hero actually, is address their subjects, and they can generate more Noble Deed points once per hero phase. So what do these Noble Deed points do? Well, when you're wholly within 12 inches of a hero that has 6 of them, it sends the army around them, wholly within 12, into a feeding frenzy, giving them a +1 attack, which is pretty freaking cool. They could also cash in some of those Noble Deed points to muster guard, and that's basically top off units. So units that have lost models they could kind of bring back. This is on top of rallying, so this is actually quite cool as well. They can also use it for a Royal Blood, which is a heal. D3 for aberrants and or abhorrents, and then we have summon loyal subjects as well, which is a complete recursion mechanic. It does cost every Noble Deed to do so on the actual model, but they can recur half a unit back to the table. That unit has to be placed within 6 inches of the table edge, 9 inches away from the enemy. So there's an incredible amount of ways you could generate and do some pretty fantastical stuff with these Noble Deed points. And this is, of course, because of their delusional state, as they view themselves as professional men-at-arms and knights and kings and that sort of thing. I'd like to welcome Mr. Josh Jenkins to the chat. And my man was getting hyped, and I was walking back, and then he answered my question regarding the sisters. The sisters are the ones with the sticks, so the stalkers are the ones with the bows. All right, well, thank you very much for that. If for those of you joining us for the very first time, well, welcome to us. We are a channel that streams games out of a store or a shop located in the lovely city of Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, called X Planet Games. And what we do is basically stream games out of that shop. We stream our events. We do a stream for AoS on Wednesdays, and then we do a stream for 40K on Fridays. If you like that sort of thing and you like to keep up with our events, or just like that kind of style of commentary, which I will be doing throughout the actual game, well then, hey, you found the right channel. It'd be really appreciative if you actually hit that subscribe button. We are closing in on 1,000 subscribers. That's right, 1,000 subscribers. We haven't been doing this for all that long, to be fair. We've got lots to improve upon, but you know what? We'll take all your support to get there. It is our target number is 1K, of course, because why wouldn't it be? And yeah, we can only get there with your help. So with all that, let's get back to the table. Looks like movement is basically done. Some scoring is going to be happening as that Royal Terrorgeist flies over to complete their battle tactic because the Flesh Eater Court player picked take the flanks.
How much health does he have?
I believe it's 12 wounds. 14.
Okay.
And then, yeah, where am I looking at in those bow snakes? Because they've got a pretty long range.
18. So
18?
like this single unit could covering fire you with
Yeah.
3, but I'm not gonna spend any command points on that.
Okay.
I'm probably just gonna leave you alone.
Okay. That is my movement.
I'm not gonna spend any command points to redeploy. Because I want one for. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna redeploy. I'm saving them for my turn, to be honest.
Okay. And then
Shooting.
don't have any shooting.
Cool. I'm not gonna covering fire.
Well, actually, I do have some shooting, but I don't think I'm within 10 inches.
Oh yeah, the like scream or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, 10 inches is
Yeah,
here.
not going to do it.
Shooting, nothing for me. Charges, I don't think you're within 12 anywhere.
No.
That's 14. That's 16.
15, yeah.
No charges.
Nope. I think that's all right to start
Scoring?
off. Scoring. So control 1,
Control your own.
Yeah.
Control each side one. And then battle tactics.
and then I took the flanks.
Yes, battle tactics, take the flanks. 2 outside of your own, within 6 of the edge. Yeah, we already measured it.
Yep.
For a total score of 9.
Sweet.
Okay. Then it is my turn. Battle tactics. They're control 1.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm assuming he's like control 2 or 3.
Let me check for you. Control 2.
And then the flares are all both control 1.
I believe so. Let me check for you. Control 1. Yeah, control 1.
You have 4 command points. Battle tactic. Claim the realms, doable. Slay the tyrants, sketchy.
All right, as he is processing that information, trying to figure out what battle tactic he's going to actually go with, we got Mr. Jonathan Franco. Yes, that's right. One half of the brothers Franco battling for best Franco for this year, 2020-25. Maybe an extra 20 in there. Who are the gentlemen behind the armies? Well, the gentleman that's actually playing the Daughters of Khaine, his name is Jonathan, and relatively new. He actually popped out to one of the first events. I think he's gone to like 2 of them so far, and actually is starting to dive into competitive play. Jack, who's across the table from him, is one of his best buddies, and Jack has not quite plunged in yet into competitive play, but is currently just kind of grasping and absorbing all the information. He is definitely very enthusiastic about the game. So there you go. There's the little brief description. What battle tactic did the Daughters of Khaine player actually play or go for? He went with Reclaim the Realms. Now, Reclaim the Realms is a order-specific, that's right, order-specific battle tactic. And just to go over it, you complete this battle tactic at the end of your turn if there are 1 or more friendly units wholly within each quarter of the battlefield and more than 6 inches from all enemy units. So the Daughters of Khaine player has Khanari in his actual list, so this will be a dead easy tactic to play. And one of the reasons why I love Daughters of Khaine, they've always been pretty good at scoring battle tactics. And of course, I don't know whether you knew this, but scoring points kind of wins you games. Although the Daughters don't seem to be as popular a choice in the meta these days, I think they're still very, very good. They have some fantastic rules that we're going to dive into. I just don't want to talk over while the hero phase is happening. So we'll go to the hero phase, we'll hear what John has to say, and then during his movement, we'll babble.
There's a 10. Then we're going to try for the swords. It goes off on a 6 as well. That is a 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1, 7.
7.
I'm not going to properly represent.
7 matches.
So it does go off.
So it does go off, yeah. And then this is within 9, outside of 9. This is a really bad position for me. What am I more scared of? That is the big question here. I think I want to put that there. So we're round 1. So I'm at tier 1 of my battle traits, so I only get +1 to run. Do I pop the prayer now with no mind razor? That's the question. Okay, how does the barricade work? It's if you're within range of it, it's like minus.
Yes. So, if you are in the manifestation's combat range, so 3 inches, you can't use run or retreat abilities. And if you're picked to use a move ability while you're within combat range, your movement speed is halved. Your movement characteristic is half, sorry.
Okay, so it's only if I'm like, if I start my move
Yes.
in it. Okay, so I'm good right now.
Yeah, you're not affected by it right now.
But I don't have any spells right now, and they only move 8. They move 8, then an 8-inch charge. And then I risk getting obliterated by Ushra.
And -1 run on them. It goes off on an unspellable.
No, we're gonna put it on Big Marathi. We're gonna go for the Sacrament of Blood, and we're just looking for. We're at 8. We're looking for 2 or higher for it to go off. It doesn't go off. D3, lose D3, lose 3.
Oh, so if you gamble big and you get a 1, then you lose. Interesting. I like that.
So I lose 2, I lose 3. I'm back down to 5.
Okay.
And yeah, so instead of like miscasting, you take damage. With
This you
praying,
lose.
you just lose the points.
Oh, that's just a general rule. If you roll a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so like miscasting, when you roll 2 double ones, you can't cast for the rest of the turn, and you take D3 mortals.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, cool.
all right. We will get started with movement then.
All right, as they dive into the movement phase, like I said, these guys are very enthusiastic about AoS, and they're still relatively new, but man, I am loving how they talk out their movements. So far, I'm really digging their decisions as well. So how about them Daughters of Khaine? Well, they have 2 very big abilities. One is a once per game called All Out Slaughter, and when they do this, they basically, he picks 1 unit, and that unit gets to use 2 fight abilities. That's right, fight twice, and of course, when they fight a second time, they strike last. So that's kind of like a standard for AoS, but 2 fight abilities, especially with the ladies with the sticks. That would be the sisters, as I've been helped by Mr. Akins. So yes, getting those ladies to actually fight twice would be absolutely devastating. Pretty much kill almost anything in the game. Their second ability they have as an army-wide passive ability is what is referred to as blood rights. Now, the blood rights are basically time sensitive or round sensitive. What does that mean? Right now in round 1, everyone has a +1 to run, and then all these bonuses that I'm about to say are cumulative. So if you get them all as the rounds go on. So come round 2, everyone's going to get +1 to charge. Come round 3, everyone's going to get +1 to hit. This is on top of +1 to charge, +1 to run. By 4th round, everyone's +1 to wound, and by the 5th round, +1 attack. So this is really cool, and it's just something that's ticking in the background for the actual army. For those of you that have not seen a Marathi in play, she is an indestructible, in air quotes, indestructible model. She could only take a max of 3 wounds. Now, that sounds absolutely crazy until, of course, you've played her multiple times. For those of you that are new to the game, it sounds completely imbecilic. But I got to tell you right now, it's actually not as nuts as you might think. I personally myself, when I'm playing any one of my destruction armies against Marathi, if the actual Daughters player is too aggressive, I make them pay for it in a very, very big way. And what does that mean? Right now, John has put it out. She's put her out, and I think probably using her in a fairly good way. And I'll explain that in a second. But if you use her too aggressively, I always take it. I will hit her for 3 points every single opportunity that I can get. And obviously, those of you that have shooting or ranged armies are able to do this much better than for those who don't. But for instance, if a Daughters of Khaine player goes first and places Marathi center of the board saying, I'm indestructible, you can't do anything to me, I will charge her. I'll hit her for 3. She'll hit back, most likely not delete the unit. We then go into the priority roll. I'll hit her again. And then we start, basically by turn 3, she just dies, is basically the objective and the goal. You want to hit her for 3 points every single round and take every single opportunity to do so, because she is just, when the Daughters of Khaine player loses her, it's so devastating that putting that energy or investing that energy into killing her is well worth it every single time. And again, if you're still not over the indestructible thing, let me put it to you this way. The Daughters of Khaine do not dominate the meta. Just because she's indestructible, they're not winning every single game. So think about that. There's a reason for that, and I think she's much better. The proper way to actually play her is to use her as a control piece. Never charge her in. Always just drop her base down to control a bubble or an area to block movement. And actually use her fairly conservatively until you absolutely must commit her. So instead of yelling bonsai and then charging in every single opportunity you get, you actually just use her to just block movement. And use her as a control piece. And this way it allows you to use her little Marathi ability for as long as possible as a wizard, and really leverages her indestructibility in a special way. And the fact that she flies as well is absolutely awesome. Now, I'm not saying never use her aggressively, but it's all about timing. That's basically it. It's like comedy, folks. Timing is everything. All right, let's get back to the game.
It's gonna jump down. Right around here. Now we're gonna do the same thing. Right down. Outside of 9, outside of 9. Outside of 9. They're good there. Within 12, so they can all shoot. Okay. That's the end of my movement. Would you like to redeploy?
Can you redeploy if they've ran? Let me check that.
Yes, because it is now a different turn, but you cannot redeploy and then countercharge.
Right.
Unless they have run and charge.
That's fine. I think it's better to just move them back just to reduce likelihoods of charges.
Don't be intimidated, Jack. Let her come at you, my man. If she's not amped up with, what the heck's that spell again? The spell that allows her to get extra damage. Just allow her to charge. Take the opportunity and smash her in the face right now for 3 points. That's what I'm saying. Like, if a player starts using her too aggressively, you go, but I don't want to lose units. Don't worry about it. They all serve a purpose. And right now, so like that unit that he's concerned about right there, I wouldn't be. because he's not going to charge that unit. Why would he put Morathi way off to the side? And to be fair, if she actually did do that, that's a win in and of itself. Putting her out of position, heck yeah, I'm not moving that unit. Come charge me. If you want to be here, that would be amazing. Most likely, if he is going to do a charge, he's going to do a charge on the unit in front of him. And there he is measuring right now. Like I said, I would use her as a control piece. There is no point in committing her. Really good odds she takes 3 points of damage this round. And if the Flesh Eater Quartz player gets next round, he just charges her with something else, retreats the unit that just got mauled by her, hits her for another 3, and then now she's at 6, and is like, does she stick around? If she says yes, guess what? Most likely she'll take another 3, and now she'll be at 9. That next priority means she has to retreat, and this is how you handle Morathi. If a player is going to be aggressive with her, punish him for it. Let her charge, right? Make sure you feed the right thing. You don't feed really, really light units, because then you're not getting anything out of it. You only never get an opportunity to actually swing. But for these tough units, just absorb, take the casualties, and your sole goal is to inflict 3 points of damage on her every single turn you can get.
Damage. One is down to 2 health.
Okay. And then they move D6 when they shoot. They move 1. So they are going to move a whole 1 inch.
Wow!
Oh, they're flying. There. And then the other ones are going to do the same into the tower.
Cool.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4,
The tower?
5. Your throne.
Oh, into the throne. Yes. So just so you know, the throne has its own health characteristic
Yes, yeah,
that
I
it
know.
goes into. Okay, just
And
make
then
sure.
he falls out of it and
Yeah.
takes D3 mortals
Correct.
or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, 3s and 4s, autos on 6s. That's everything. Oh no, 4s and 3s. I was misspeaking. No, 3s and 4s. Yeah, I'm right. I'm misremembering. And 4s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at -1.
Okay, 4 upward normally goes to 5. Sits 7.
Yeah. 7 at -1.
So looking for 5s. No saves.
1 damage each.
Okay. There's no ward on it, so that is just 3 health remaining.
Okay. And then they can move D6 inches.
That's a bit
They
better.
can move 6. Yeah, that is a lot better than the first one. Let me just look at the order one, because I can't remember if I need to be wholly outside of 6. Core documents, General's Handbook. Claim the realms. Yes, 6 inches from all enemy units. So they can move 6, but I need to be 6 inches away. So they can move up to here, but then 6 inches away from this. Meow. That's their shooting. This brick of bow snakes. 18. Yeah. All of them are going to shoot into that ghoul brick.
Okay.
So this is going to be 31 attacks.
Go for it.
5, 10,
I think I'm going to do all at
15,
defense.
20.
on that.
Yeah, that's fine. 20, 25, 30, 31.
Preserve a few ghouls.
Spent another CP for all out defense.
Thank you.
Because they're, what, 5s normally or 6s?
They are very squishy, so I believe it's 6s normally.
Okay, so putting them back to an actual save. 3s and 4s, auto wounding on 6s. 1, 2, Oh my god, there's too many guys. And 4s. 2, 3,
Second pile as per my
5, 6, 9, 10. So that is 5, 10, 12. 12 at -1, back down by all out defense.
Okay.
So back to their regular
Do
state.
you mind if I steal those?
Sure.
Never mind. 1, 2, 3,
It's
4,
just 12.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looking for 6s.
What's up?
1, 2. None of the rest. Okay, so 10 go through.
1 damage each.
1 damage each.
The mixes of your flares and your horrors.
They're just
all
horrors.
horrors. The
Yeah,
whole-
yeah.
all
that's
bricks
right.
are
But there's I have a lot of proxies here. Yeah. 10 go through. That's a lot of ghouls down. Look at all those 1s and 2s. Yeesh. Okay. That is a lot of ghouls off the table. Four, 6, 8, 10. Gone.
And then the little snake hero is going to shoot at the barricade because she has nothing better to shoot at.
Okay,
I can never remember her attack profile.
that's okay.
2 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1 rend, D3 damage. 3s and 3s, they both hit. 1 wound.
1 wound.
1 rend on the barricade.
Okay, 4 up goes to 5 up. Saves.
Saves? Okay.
place of power.
The other snakes I don't think can shoot. 18. Like 1. I guess.
It's a ghoul. You might as well go for it.
A single 3 and 4. Auto wounds on 6s. I can hit auto wounds.
Okay,
And they all still have all out defense.
they do. Yeah.
So,
6 up,
And then another 6 up.
and then 6 for the ward. Nope.
1 more.
1 more ghoul goes bye-bye. Ouch.
So how much health is in this brick? They're 4 each?
4 each. So
4,
16.
8, 12, 16.
All right, as guys are calculating the amount of wounds, those bricks, by the way, are actually horrors, not flares. They're actually a combination of both models. Jack hasn't purchased. I thought he had told me that everything was going to be legit, but that's my bad. So he's just kind of progressing through it. Like I said, these guys are relatively new, so the actual models themselves are actually a combination of both models, both horrors and flares. But in this game, both units are both horrors, which at least is clear in that sense. There's nothing else that I see that is he's proxying, really. So he's not doing too bad as he progresses through his hobby journey, I guess. Now, is Marathi going to charge those horrors? That's what I want to know.
4, 5, 6, 7. She taps Justin.
Voice.
And you don't have any CP to countercharge. It's Beast. She's just going to tap in. That's it for my charges. She's outside of 6 of enemies. They're outside of 6. They're outside of 6. They're outside of 6. I think I'm good for my battle tactic.
Okay.
So we get into combat phase because you don't have 2 CP, you can't countercharge. Combat phase abilities, I use mine first, which is the tail swipe, which is any units. So Marathi's going to tail swipe into the horrors.
Okay.
D3 on a 2-up, deal that many mortals. That is 2 mortals.
2 mortals, okay. 6 of ward. Nope.
So
1
that
horror
pulls
down.
1. How many CP am I at? 3. We're
Yeah.
gonna all out attack.
Okay.
And everything's going into the horrors. I'm not splitting any of my attacks. Where did I put? Oh, there. So, what's their save?
5 up.
Okay. So this is putting them. Do you want to spend a point to all out defense? All of this is, so it's rend 2 on the spear, no rend on the crown, 2 rend on the tail.
I don't really have anything else that I can spend it on because I can't power through. So yeah, I'm going to spend my last CP.
Just the spend.
Ah, there we go.
Spend 1, you're at 0. So her spear from 3s and 3s to 2s and 3s because I all out attack. Mortals on 6s. So 2. These ones all miss. And 3s. That is nothing. Okay, cool. So that's just 6 mortals.
6 mortals. Just 6 mortals, he says.
Yeah. None of the other attacks hit.
Yep. Okay, looking for 6s. 1 6. So 5 damage?
Yeah. That was your wards.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
one-
because there's mortals, right? Yeah. So 1's gone, and 1 is down to 3. Go.
Her crown is 2d6 attacks. That is 7, 5, 6, 7, 4s and 4s down to 3s and 4s. 1, 2, 3 at no rend.
3, no rend. Looking for 5s, down to 4s, because all defense. 2 save.
1 damage each.
1 damage each. Okay. Looking for 6s. 1 saves, 1 more point of damage. There we go.
And then her tail, 3s and 3s down to 2s and 3s. It hits. It doesn't wound. And that is it. You get to fight back.
Cool. Horrors have 4 attacks each.
That went about as well as I thought it was going to go for Marathi. I was expecting her to actually nail the squad down to half. This is a tremendous now opportunity to actually put 3 points of damage on her. Why is this important for those of you just joining us for the very first time? Marathi could only take a maximum of 3 damage per phase. Sounds ridiculous, but it honestly is not as ridiculous as it sounds. What it is it is very, very good, and I'm super happy she's the only one that can do it. But this is it. His opportunity right now is to hope he inflicts 3 points of damage on her, and so it could start the actual clock going.
No. And then looking for 3s on these ones. Okay, another 2. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no rend.
2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Looking for 4s. Save 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much damage?
2 damage each.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6s. Save 1, do the max 3.
Sweet. We take that.
She's at 9.
Perfection. That's exactly what he needed to do. 3 points of damage. Now, going into this next priority, it really kind of doesn't matter. I mean, like, someone has to jam with Marathi. Might as well be those guys. Controller movement. It looks like the Daughters of Khaine player is playing as conservative, and that's how you really should play Daughters. They are very, very glassy. Minus Marathi, so that is. So he should score 1 point for his own home objective, 2 points for that objective where Marathi's at. because she's a monster, she should count as 5, so she should out OC. What the player that was playing the ghouls could have done is he should have piled. Oh, something interesting is happening. I'm going to find out what that is. Power through. That's what that is. The ghoul player should have piled in. I can't stress this enough for all of you that are playing this game for the very first time. Any opportunity you get to move, take it. Always, because those extra little additional movements are for future rounds, gets you in position, and in this case, would actually scoop up that objective and deny scoring to Marathi. And he could have easily had put another 2 of those guys on it. Oh, that's assuming they're 2 apiece. Let's actually find out how much OC those guys are. They might be just 1, and if they are just 1, then he's missed absolutely nothing. Because even if he gets all 4 on there, it won't outscore Marathi. So Crypt Horrors are OC 1. Okay, so that's probably why he didn't care about the pile in. All right, good job, Jack. I thought the big guys actually had an OC of 2. So even if he had piled in, it wouldn't have mattered. What is extremely interesting is Marathi's actually retreated so far out that she's not even contesting that objective. She was completely satisfied killing 2 horrors. Wow. That's very, very interesting. He wants to basically make sure he's not punished in priority. All right, let's see who wins it.
I won't get to do a battle tactic, but who went priority?
You can do some damage.
You. Who went first? You. No battle tactic, and then we get right into it.
Okay. Back up to 4.
Oh yeah. Gained 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So Daughters of Khaine player grabbed priority. I will update the score in the next little bit. And now took it. Very interesting. There could have been an opportunity there where he could have gave it. But I'm guessing he is very concerned over those Morbegs. Now, all the spells that would have been out would have dropped, though. And he could have measured, because those Morbegs on the far right hand of your screen, those are that little gray pile of models that are riding that edge of your screen right now. They're really out of position. And he could have measured to see where they're at. I mean, if all they make it is into Marathi, she's not going to die, so it would have been fine. And what would have been sweet is Marathi would be used as a lure to get those Morbegs in, because that's a lot of power there. And then he could have put his sisters and the bows into that Morbeg unit and delete it. That would have been really, really good. I gotta say, I think I would have rather have passed on priority this round. The Crypt Horrors, if he gets off that spell that adds 2 inches to their movement, could get within a range and potentially maul him, which I guess what he was concerned with. But the problem is I don't feel like he's able to take advantage of this priority. That's my only concern. So we'll see. He's got a whole whack load of cards down. Hopefully one of those is what the heck is that blade spell called? The one that adds all to the damage and the attacks. I'll look it up.
4, a 5, plus 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
So this is run and charge.
It doesn't go off.
What did you get?
I got an 11. Yeah.
And then finally, we are going to try for the big snake summon. It goes off on a 6. 8 plus 1, 9.
Nope. Goes off.
Within 9, outside of 9. What's that?
Looking over your shoulder. Don't worry about it.
Just pretend I'm not even here.
Mind razors on the sisters.
Yes, everything is on the sisters, on the spear snakes.
Charging up.
Terrifying. Terrifying.
Yep. That's the whole point of this army. Put everything in the kitchen sink on one unit and pray.
I'm afraid.
Okay, the big snake came out. I prayed. Oh yeah, her prayer points go away. I think that is it for, yeah, she did her 3 casts. That's it for my hero phase. Would you like to countercast?
Is that within 18?
Yes.
Is that your hero at the front there?
The hero.
Okay. I'm going to get the Glimpse of Delusion from Usharon. This goes off on a 7, so I need...
Is this the fight a friendly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always wanted to make this one work.
So it's -1, so it goes off an 11.
Yeah.
Can I get double 6s?
Can you? Come on, John.
No, it goes off.
Not quite. Yeah.
Okay, can you read me the exact wording
So yeah,
of this?
here's how it works. Pick an visible any model within 18 inches of units to be the target. I'm going to pick the spear hero.
Yep.
Pick another enemy unit within the target's combat range to be the victim. Make the casting roll. Casting roll has gone off. Pick one of the target's melee weapons and immediately resolve combat attacks made with that weapon against the victim.
Okay, cool. So it's just going to be...
So yeah, I don't know what...
She only has 1 spear attack.
Cool, yeah.
So I guess it's just her 6 attacks, but she doesn't have any of the buffs, so it's not too horrible.
Okay.
So this is going to be... Wait, so I'm rolling the attacks.
I want you to roll it. Yeah, I want you to roll it.
Saves? Cool. Okay, that's hilarious.
Just because it's funny.
All right, 6 attacks, 3s and 4s, 1 rend, 2 damage. I don't think I can all-out defense this anyway.
Crit on yourself.
Yeah, I honestly might. 3s and 4s, 6s auto wound. Okay, no crits.
Okay.
All right, I don't hate it. 4s, 2.
Okay.
2 at -1, so 6s. Save neither, and then that's 2 damage each. So 6 up ward. But all go through.
Sweet.
Wait, so is this still a hero phase?
Yes.
Can I don't think I can resolve commands after my chance. Okay,
Also, because the spell went off, Usharon gets 1 more noble deed point.
Yep. I'm gonna pull these 2. Okay. Oh, movement. All right. The blade swarm. How wide is your? I don't know if you're allowed to measure other people. 5 inches. Okay. The blades are just moving right here to attempt to body block.
Okay.
That spawned in this time. Marathi is going to move here outside of 3.
All right, as he moves Marathi into position, let's describe some of the buffs that are on those sisters. So those are the snake ladies that are smack dab in the middle of his lines, and they are normally damage 2. With Mind Razor, that was the spell I was looking for. With Mind Razor, they are actually damage 3 on these snakes. So if they close in on a unit, they will 100% have a real good chance. I say 100%. I guess nothing's 100%. A good chance of lifting a unit. Now, what creeps it closer to 100% is, let us not forget that in the Daughters of Khaine back pocket, there is all-out slaughter. That is a once per game fight twice. And that would not suck. That would definitely not suck. So those ghouls, those big fat ghouls smack dab in the center of his line in front of Usharan, are going to die if they close in on him. So he'll be able to throw a reposition. So he will be able to fall back, so to speak, and redeploy. Honestly, I would not care if Marathi made it in, because I've already had this discussion already. If Marathi makes it in, freaking A. Smash her in the face for another 3. And then charge on your turn, hit her in the face again for another 3. That's you see how quick now, when you think about it, how quick you can get rid of her. Honestly, for those of you who play Daughters, the real skill of using her is when to commit her. And I really don't think right now she needs to commit into combat. Those sisters do, because they're juiced up right now and they're ready to dance. But she does not. I would use her to just cap that objective, deny that objective, but do not put her in right now. If she puts her in, if the Daughters of Khaine player puts her in, she is going to suffer another 3 points of damage. Now, the hope is, of course, that the unit of sisters, the ones with the sticks, delete the unit so that she doesn't take any damage. But then if that's what the play is, then why commit her? Why commit her there? She's not doing enough there. Put her on that objective right to the right on your screen so that she can just cap that objective and just hold it. Just hold it. Don't put her in combat. Don't suffer the 3 points. She's much more useful as a wall, as an objective camper, than she is as an offensive piece at this moment. Another way you could do it, well, that means she could get countercharge. Great, countercharge. It's 2 CP to do so. Drain that player of resources. That's another way to use her, but don't commit her if you don't need to commit her, is all I'm saying.
Invisible. And then we're going to do the same thing over here.
Cool.
But I don't want you to countercharge before I tag him. 12. Yeah, I'm just going to leave them there. Moved. Stand still. Moved. Would you like to redeploy?
That's a big charge.
Oh, did you counter pray?
I did, yes, sorry, thank you.
Spent 1 tag.
Down to 3. It's always the last side that you don't look at. Redeploy.
Excuse me.
I can get there. Because you can't redeploy into combat range, so I can't.
You cannot redeploy into combat range, and you cannot redeploy in covering fire, nor can you redeploy and countercharge. But you can
I think the
up,
only one that makes sense for me to redeploy is maybe the Terrorgeist over there to get him a little bit closer, but...
Yeah, like you can set up for your next turn, but it's still a CP, so...
Okay.
There's 2.
I would have redeployed those horrors in the center that are about to get charged. Now, the main reason for that is I would just make sure that maybe potentially Usharan could be within 3 inches of an edge of one of those guys. And the main reason for that is if Usharan is within combat range, there is a chance that, not a bad one, to make a unit strike last. That's right. So that's a big deal. So if he had redeployed the horrors and potentially hugged a bit of Usharan, not completely, because obviously if that doesn't go off, Usharan could run the risk of dying to these sisters. Make sure you're responsible with it, meaning make sure that when he's within 3, not every single sister could get within 3 of them. Use their bodies to block as much of the movement as possible, but have a point where it makes it possible and makes it more awkward for the Daughters of Khaine player to have to stay outside of 3 of them. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
That is 5 at -1.
5 at -1.
Into the ghouls.
So that's canceled out because they are defenders of the realm.
Yep. Do you choose that every hero phase?
Every hero phase, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you
it's
would have chose the same thing, yeah.
probably, yeah. So you said 5, right?
Yeah, 5
okay, so
at
looking for
-1.
6s. 2 save.
Okay, 1 damage each.
1 damage each. Okay, 6s. No, 3 damage. Okay. We're reaching critical levels of ghoul.
We are gonna do the 5 Kinrai into the throne.
Okay.
5, 5, 11. Same profile, 3s and 4s. Auto wounding on 6s. 3.
You dropped the picks up my monster that I was going to sacrifice to kill your character.
2. 4s.
I also get
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, he's only in 3. Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, I've got this guy on 5, but not quite. Yeah.
7 at -1 into the throne.
7 at -1 into the throne. Okay. So normally a 4 up to a 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. 2 save, 5 go through. Throne's gone.
Okay.
So he takes D3 mortals. Takes 1 mortal. Okay. So.
start with my temple. On that piece of terrain.
I've never had this happen before.
Yeah, I feel like it sits so far back, it's so unlikely that it's going to get hit.
Within 3 inches of this terrain feature and not in combat.
Oh, okay. So
So-
yeah, here. So
yeah.
you can dump him anywhere within that.
I am just going to toss him.
And then did you do the ward roll for his
Oh, I should do that.
damage?
Yeah. Okay. So.
That's gone.
Nope. Still goes through. Okay. So
He should be a little bit more concerned on where he places that abhorrent Ghoul King. The Khanari are not super gross in combat, but if he's weakened in any shape, way, or form, now that they've shot, they'll get an opportunity to reposition, and they could actually reposition toward him, and then potentially charge him. We are on, I believe, round 2, are we not? Let's look at the score. I believe we are. It is round 2. And currently right now they have +1 to charge as well. So they could D6 right now and get a +1 to charge. That's if of course, the Daughters of Khaine player sees that. It doesn't look like he's caring to do that. What I think he's more seeing the value of the Khanari is the fact that he can do other, how would you say, other battle tactics. He does have 2, though, at his disposal, and I don't believe he's planning on committing the other anyway. Man, I'd be super tempted to charge that ghoul with a Khanari unit. I guess it really all depends on activations. So what do I mean by that? He's already planning on charging those horrors in the center field. He's probably going to charge it with Marathi as well. If he also charges the Khanari, what is he obviously going to pick to strike first? Probably the sisters, which means the opposing ghoul player will potentially strike with his Ghoul King and probably delete the unit Khanari anyway. If it was the only thing that was going to charge this turn, then I'd be very tempted and I would say, no, go for it. But because he's actually planning on charging with 2 other units, it's actually good on John for not charging the Khanari. Kind of turn off the Destruction Brain and say, you know what, I don't need this charge. I can use this resource for latter turns of the game.
We're going to move them 2 inches. Because I don't really want you to YOLO countercharge away.
Doesn't matter what you want, John.
Yeah, I know. The king gets...
I think voicing that is lovely. I don't think he's trying to be deceptive in any shape, way, or form, but I personally love that kind of talking out loud. And it can actually help to influence your opponent's decisions by putting the things in their mind they weren't even thinking about. If he actually chucks 2 CP to actually throw that counter charge, putting himself out of position and spending those resources, that would be an absolutely massive win for the Khanari and for the Daughters of Khaine player. Best use of Daughters of Khaine ever. And mind games are definitely part of the game. I do not believe that that's what he's trying to do, is manipulate his buddy. But that is the kind of play I love.
For... That was a 4. So this is 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. 12 at -1.
12 at -1, canceled out by the objective.
Yep.
Looking for 6s. 1, 2. Save. So 10 damage?
10 damage. Yeah, 1 damage each, so 6 upwards.
Another 2, but I don't think that's going to be enough.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
yeah,
6.
They're gone. Okay. No more ghoulies.
That's okay. Mostly because he could bring those back, and that objective is still his. And now that there's nothing on that objective, there's no chance of anything charging, so nothing can be on that objective. So the ghouls serve their purpose.
Misses. The snake hero's going to shoot at the big brick of horrors.
Okay.
3s and 3s. Both hit. Both wound at 1 rend.
1 rend, they're on the objective, so it cancels out. Looking for 5s. You said 3?
2.
2. Looking for 5s. 1 saves.
1 goes through, D3 damage. 1 damage.
1 damage, 6 up ward. 1 damage.
They shot. Big Marathi shot. Snake Hero shot. Both bricks of bows shot. You don't have any covering fire onto charges.
Okay.
We're gonna charge. So we need a 6 there, a 6 there. We're gonna charge with the spear snakes.
Okay.
So we're looking for a 6 on an 8 up. They get strike first. That is a 10. We're gonna keep that.
Do you see now what I meant? If he had redeployed those horrors, even if they just redeployed 3 inches and just got Usharan in the center to just be within 3, he would only have been within reach of like 2 of them. So even if they directed attacks, he would have lived. He would have been fine. But then he would have been able to pop his actual 3+ strike last. That would have been absolutely critical. And if he actually pulled it off, I say 3+ strike last. You know what? I'll double check that and figure out what the rule is. But if they struck last, those horrors would absolutely destroy the unit of sisters. So anyway, did the big lady actually close in as well? Oh, she's going into that unit instead. So she didn't quite close in on the target she wanted. But going into that unit, not a bad choice. She should pick up another 2, maybe even 3, and then basically not suffer 3 points of damage. But now he has to be extremely careful about his activations. So now he put himself in a pickle, folks. So what does that mean? Well, it's going to go to him. He's going to get to activate first because he's an active player. What does he activate first? Does he activate Marathi? Or does he activate the Blood Sisters? Well, the obvious play, you're like going, well, obviously, he's going to activate the Sisters because Marathi can't die. But she will take 3 more points of damage. And then those Morbeg Knights or whatever other unit is going to hit her for another 3 points of damage. Which means going into the next priority roll, she has a good chance of dying. Is basically the point. The tables, as they say, have turned. I believe he should have not have charged with her. She should have just clipped that circle and scooped up that objective and just scored. It would have been the better play, I think. So let's see what happens now.
Okay. So. So we're gonna chain fight. We're gonna fight first with the snake hero, then the spear snakes, and then we're gonna fight next with.
Nice. Didn't realize they actually pulled off. That's right. They rolled a 10, so they got the strike first anyway. So perfect. Marathi could actually not get hit for 3 points of damage. Phenomenal. Great job.
They haven't tagged Usharon, right?
Not yet. But if I wipe the unit and I activate them a second time, they get to pile in again because they charge this turn.
Yeah, okay. What's the rend on there?
They will be rend 2.
Okay, yeah, I am going to do all at defense onto the horse.
Onto the horse? Okay.
Yeah.
So this will back out both points of rend.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with the Iron Scale, who's just rend 1. 3s and 4s, 1 rend, 2 damage. Mortals on 6s, nothing. 4s, nothing. Okay, she did sweet nothing.
That's okay.
So there are. I gotta break out the calculator for this one. So they have Sacrament, so they're +1 attacks. They chain fought from the Snake Hero, so they're +2 attacks. Or
Spicy.
+1 on top of the +1.
Very
so
spicy.
+2. So they are 2 attacks each. Let me get this. So they're 2 up to 4, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. Times 8. 32 plus 1 for 33. So that's 31 right there, and I need 2 more dice. 33. All right. This is going to be 2s and 3s. 6s are mortals.
Okay.
Why can't they go if I roll a lot of charge?
That's, yeah.
Yeah, that's my ask, right? Like,
Okay, these ones are the mortals so that I don't mix them up.
Nice.
2, that's another one.
trying to make sure I'm understanding, not, you know what I mean, like, an extra 2 inches. Or like
And 3s.
an extra 3 ranges for wall. Sound fair? Sure. Yeah.
So this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15, 16. 16 at -2.
Okay, canceled out. Oh, you know what I've just realized? They are the bodyguard unit, so it's -1, which makes a pretty big difference.
Yeah. How do you want to do this? Do you want me to re-roll the whole batch?
Do you mind? Sorry, I should have been way quicker on that, but it does. It's just because it's attacks.
So this is 33 -8 because there's 8 models and
Yeah.
then -1 attack.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, is it only the general?
No, it's if you're within combat, like as
With the guy you're bodyguarding, not the unit. Just double check. Not 100% certain. He's got the document right there.
Subtract 1 from the attacks character's enemy units' melee weapons while they are in combat with the unit leading the regiment if both of the following are true,
The unit leading the regiment.
which is Oosh.
which is Usharon.
Not them.
Yeah.
So they don't subtract their attack.
Right, okay, sorry.
So whatever
My
you
bad.
roll,
It was 16, right? I pulled them
and
out
there
already.
were like 9 mortals that
And 9
went
mortals,
through.
yeah, okay.
I
Thank
think
you.
So that was what, 16 went through?
16, I've got the 16 there.
Okay, yeah. just
Yeah, my
roll-
bad.
Roll those. So that'll
There's
be
so much text.
Yeah. So you're looking for they save
Fives.
on 5s.
Yeah.
And then they -2 +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Save 1, save 2, save 3, save 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the rest go through. So that is 9 that go through.
So 9 times 3,
Times 3 is 27.
27 plus there were another 9 mortals that went through.
27,
at least.
36.
9 times, or no, 18 times 3, 54 wards. Because nine mortal attacks went
my
through that deal
God.
3 mortal damage. on each
Damn.
attack.
Okay. So I'm just
What
going to
is
be here.
that in your hand?
16.
Count out 25.
16.
Or count out 10 and just roll it 5 times.
all right. As the Flesh Eater Court player picks up a new hobby of rolling dice, let's talk about all the little micro decisions that could have potentially changed the situation that he's currently in right now. First off was the redeploy. If Usharon was within just the edge of 3 so that it was engaged, that die roll would have not have been on a 3+. It would actually have been on a 2+, because he looks at the OC of the unit, their control, and if he beats their control, which the OC of the Snakes is only 1, they would then strike last. That would have been absolutely amazing. Now, just to go back in time a little bit as well, is this unit is currently striking first, if I'm not mistaken. What would that mean? It would mean that they would no longer be striking first, which means now the Daughters of Khaine player would actually be in a pickle. Meaning, yes, most likely he would still activate the Snake Ladies first, but it would mean that the actual horrors that are on the objective currently in a fight with Marathi would actually get to go. And they could smack her in the face for 3 points of damage. And that is super, super critical before either dying themselves or getting neutered down to just 1 model. All right, so now Usharon is in danger. These ladies are strike last. They do not get to fight right away, so I'm not 100% certain why he's currently piling right now. I'm gonna hold off 1 second and go to.
It's literally just stack everything up on 1 unit and let it rip like a baby.
Why are you piling right now?
Because I activated fight twice.
Yes.
Because
Strike left.
no, because I
That was all
got
the
an 8
first
up.
one.
I got an 8 up on the charge. They get strike first for the rest of the turn.
So now you strike normal.
Yes.
So your activation is this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means you get the next activation.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Just so you have an understanding.
Yeah.
And I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, so okay. I don't know whether you overheard the conversation. I was just making sure that I understood all the sequencing that was actually happening. So because the Daughters of Khaine were striking first, they then get strike last, and that would mean they would strike at normal, which would mean when they pick their next activation, they actually pick themselves and now get to do their strike normal attack. Usharon can be in absolutely deep trouble right now. I don't know how many of those sisters are actually in combat with him. Hopefully for his sake right now, it's only going to be a handful and he survives all this. Let's say it's going to be maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. If it's 4 of them, he should be able to take the hit. They are doing 3 flat damage, though, so this is absolutely no joke. But Usharon is also no joke and quite the tank himself. Now that he's actually done both his activations on that unit, hey, here's the good news. The good news is he now activates the horrors and smacks Marathi for 3 points, hopefully. Assuming he smacks her for 3 points, he could then go to, it goes back to the Daughters of Khaine player. The Daughters of Khaine player then pretty much almost picks up that unit of horrors, but already suffering the 3 points, that's still a win. And then Usharon gets to just wade into those sisters and try to delete as many of them as possible. All right, so that's a sequence of play currently right now. We'll see how the dust settles.
11, 12, 13. You said 13, right?
Yes. 13 regular ones, and then we'll do the mortal ones in between.
5s. Save 1. Save 2. Save 3. The rest of them go through.
Okay, so you saved 3.
Yeah.
5, 10, 14,
That was my first combat.
42 damage.
Wowza. Okay. $16, $17, $18, $19, $20. This is 20.
Okay.
Looking for 5s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 go through.
And how much health does he have? 14?
14, yeah. So that's the first
20.
20, and you said 42?
Yeah.
11.
It's unfortunate. He's going to lose Usharon right here. I mean, unless something crazy happens.
He's dead.
Okay.
Okay. So he got deleted real quick. Nasty daughters, nasty sisters made it in. Things could have just been so different if just a little bit of positioning. I mean, obviously, you could have still rolled a 1, folks. If you rolled a 1, this would have happened definitively anyway. But if you had rolled that 2+ to make him strike last so that it would strike normal, he would have not had 2 back-to-back activations, and things would have been a bit more in his favor. As it stands right now, he lost a unit of Crypt Horrors in the center and Usharon. And on top of that, the player, the Daughters of Khaine player, will be scoring 5 points for taking that objective, his home base objective. So that he's going to score easily 10 points. Sorry, pardon me, no, because he did not score a battle attack because he had to forgive it. But this mission, he'll score a 6, his full allotment of 6 on this mission. So that is pretty big. It'll be very difficult now to see what he does. But the game is still far from over. If If he could somehow nail Marathi for 3 this round, he needs next priority, is basically to get him back into this game. If he gets next priority, then there is a possibility. So he's going to have a turn next. He's going to try and nail Marathi for another 3. That'll put her at 9. And now she's a hair's breadth away. If he gets next priority, he could put her in the ground and potentially charge the sisters or the stalkers that are in the Daughters of Khaine home base, and maybe threaten them with the dragon. There's also an abort ghoul or 2 on the table that could still whip around and do some work as well. But right now, I would probably try to avoid the sisters, and because they are completely amped up right now. Anything that engages them, they will hit like a ton of hammers.
So then that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage.
Okay. There are 13 wounds there, so I'm just going to roll the first 5. If they're not all 6s, then they're all dead. They're all dead.
And then that is the end of my turn.
And what a turn it was, Jonathan.
And what a turn,
it was.
Control mine, control enemy, no battle tactic. 9 to 11, you to me.
Okay. Don't you get 5 from controlling mine?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I only got 4 last turn or something.
Right. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, I'm at 11 because I got 4 for the battle tactic plus 1 for mine. And then I got 6 right now, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Strike first goes away. Mind Riser stays until start. At 6,
Yeah, you can only get 6.
The other strike first goes away. The all-in slaughter goes away. That one stays until the start of next turn. That goes away. Okay.
Okay. It's time to turn this around. Oh, what do I do?
I guess whatever.
Okay.
All right, my man, focus is what I need you to do. More big knights. Slam Marathi, hit her for another 3, parking her at 9. And then hopefully you only lose 2 or 3 more big knights in return. And then hope to get priority for next round. Take that dragon and potentially either go after those stalkers. That would be lovely. Use those ghouls, those abhorrent ghoul kings that are still on the table right now. There's 2 of them. Use one of them to cap the objective to the far left, and one of them to close in on the stalkers. And see what you can do and start messing up them. Like I said, if he could get priority into the next game, into the next round, he still has game. This game is not over. But he needs to play like he's taking that priority. That is his line of play right now. And he needs to score some points. This game's not over. And hopefully he understands that. And it was a huge, devastating blow. And Jack, when you watch this video back, I hope you realize where you could have maybe done something a little bit different. But there you go. That is okay. Can that Terrorgeist actually fit with all that terrain in the way? He can get rid of that fence, and that would open up everything for him. And hopefully he realizes that as well. All right, so let's see what the Flesh Eater Course player does.
So I got a 9, so I can't get the double target. So I'm going to put a 5-up ward onto the Terrorgeist.
Was it fully within 12? Yeah, you're good.
5 up ward onto him. And then that uses all of your...
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
regardless
thought.
of how many you had, it drains the pod.
So he's up to 2 noble deeds points, and he's derangedly transformed. That is my hero phase. Abilities is there. Do you want to countercast?
How many CP am I at?
I can't
2?
rally
No,
anything.
I'm not
so.
gonna. Oh, I'm gonna rally. I'm gonna spend a CP and rally the spear snakes. 6, 9.
Oh, sorry. Battle tactic is going to be the death one. I think it's called Inevitable Demise. Or sorry, Mark for the Grave. So I'm going to pick these guys here, and I'm going to try and kill them.
Okay.
Because they haven't had any units removed.
Yeah. Ta-da. Rally, they're wholly within 12 of the leader snake. Yeah, they're good. So +3 rally rolls.
Okay.
What you pick for Mark for the Grave?
These guys here.
In the back.
Because they haven't been touched yet.
We have the little marker. We're looking for 4s on the rally for the spear snakes. 1 comes back. Where's the 1?
So he picked the Canary. That is disappointing. I know Marathi seems super, super scared, but so what? You've just nailed her for 6. You lost a unit to her. That is completely fine. Don't. Oh, man, I didn't want him to use his Morbig. Charge Marathi with your Morbig. If that chick is still alive at the end of this round, there's no way you could come back. It'd be super, super hard. You got to play right now like you're going to get the next priority. I would have liked him to burn, take their lands or something rather than do this. Yeah. And the fence is still there as well. Okay, so this now just got a lot harder. So why is it a lot harder? So what happens if he wins priority? He can't give it away. And instead of seeing Marathi die, if he wins priority, he now has to what? Look at her? Ignore her again? The other line of play I guess he can do is after he picks up those Kenrai, hopefully he piles, gets close to the sisters, I guess. He's not going to fit his base there. That's unfortunate. Anyway, and then win priority, then dive into the sisters. But the sisters will still be all amped up. If he dives into Marathi, he's not killing her that turn. If he had dove in right now, hit her for 3, right? Hit her for 3 right now on his turn, getting that priority, he had a chance, a decent chance of killing her and knocking her completely out. But he also needed to dispel that that fence that's in the way. So it's unfortunate. I was rooting for you, buddy. I was rooting for you. Okay, he brought back a unit of ghouls. Interesting. I thought he could bring back any unit, and I thought that was his horrors as well. Why would he pick ghouls over horrors? Because I guess it's only 3 of them, I suppose. I would still rather horrors, I think. This is probably a Flesh Eater Crit thing I'm not appreciating. Maybe the ghouls are a much better choice. Yeah, I'll dive in and see if I spot anything. Let's get back to the table.
Movement phase.
Shooting.
Terrorgeist is going to go into the bow snakes there.
Which one? The small brick or the big brick?
Big brick.
Okay.
Okay, so this is 1 attack on a 4-up. Nice. That's a 6. 2 up to wound. Nice. Wounds. 2 rend.
Goes right through.
Goes right through. D6 damage. 1 damage.
6 up. Goes through.
Okay.
Where am I little?
Yep. That's my shooting.
And then I'm going to spend a CP in covering fire.
Cool.
And I am out of CP for the turn. And it's the bow snakes, and they have to target the closest thing, which is
Big boy.
big boy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31. So it's 3s and 4s normally, down to 4s and 4s
Okay.
because of covering fire -1 to hit.
Yep. Here. Yeah, sorry.
4s and 4s, lethals on 6s.
Like you can still even funnel through that hole. Just one at a time. I don't think it's really mattering.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 at -1.
Okay. So normally a 4-up ward goes up to a 5-up. Saves 1, 2, 3, 4 saved. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1 damage each.
1 damage each. He's got a 5-up ward. Saves another 3. So that is 4 damage to him, which brings him down to 10 health.
Okay.
Okay, that's your covering fire?
Yep, and then I'm out of CP. So we're on to charges.
Okay, charge time. More bigs.
Anything but snake eyes. 4.
It's close. Okay, so they are going to go junk in there. Get those guys.
So here, the problem is you need to end within ½ an inch.
Mm-hmm.
But he has fly.
He has fly, so I'm hoping I can get a long bomb charge and head over top. That's a 10 charge.
Okay. That is where he started.
Yep.
So 10. 10 his base. So 10 gets him here. His base can't fit there. 10 gets him here. I don't think his base can fit there. About 10.
If I go from, it's probably easier if I just measure from the back here.
10 gets him there, but his base can't fit within ½ an inch here. He can charge this. Because you basically need like...
And I can't attack over the barricade.
No, because when you charge, you have to end within ½ an inch, which is
Right,
which
okay.
is this.
Yeah,
So like his base needs to touch within there.
I knew
when
putting
he
that
moves-
barricade would ruin me.
When he moves 10, he has to move there because his base has to the furthest point move
And I
like
can't get
there.
close enough there. Darn.
Like if the furthest point was here, he'd be sitting on top of the barricade. And then it doesn't get you within there, but you can, like you can go here and just insta-kill this thing. Which if you get the double, then you go boom, but that's banking on getting
Yeah.
the double. So
Banking on a lot of things going right for me. Okay, I will do that. So I have to get.
When things are going wrong, or you've made errors, banking on getting priority is a legitimate line of play. Identifying that you can do that, like I've gone over it on this stream so far, banking on doing that is a legitimate line of play. The game allows for it. You leverage the possibility of it, and it's unfortunate that he can't get into the target that he wanted, although he could have potentially did that. I'm not sure whether he actually attempted to dispel that fence, that barricade. I'll ask a little bit later because I was babbling. I apologize, guys, if he did and we missed it because I was talking. If he did and failed, hey, that's fine. That's it is what it is. Dice are what they are. But if he did not even attempt it, that's where he could reflect on in this video and go, if I just tried to get rid of that fence, I could be feasting on snake ladies right now, and that would be a potential. That'd be a big potential win. That terror guys can definitely kick out a lot of damage. He's not going to lift the whole entire unit. That's not going to happen. But to just knock him to half would be a big victory. And then, of course, he still has the die roll for priority. Now, unfortunately, because of some decisions on where he went, he's not going to leverage it as much as he could. If he had done what I hoped he had done. But he has no choice. He has to take the next priority. And those Morbeg Knights cannot, I repeat, cannot go into those sisters. Those sisters, when we're entering round 3, every single Daughters of Khaine unit on the table will have a +1 to hit now. And that's including Morathi. So things got super, super spicy. So even if he charges Morathi, hits her for 3, she's not going to die. Why? Because she didn't take 3 the previous turn. Which means she will definitely get an opportunity to basically punk those Morbeg Knights on 2s. Which is unfortunate. So there we go. The Morbeg Knights will absolutely devour the Khanari, I would imagine, and I'm imagine that Terrorgeist is probably going to smash the heck out of that Endless Spell as well. And then let's see what happens. Here's hoping the Flesh-Eater Court wins priority. If he doesn't, it's going to be lights out. Luckily, the sisters will lose all their buffs. Maybe the Daughters of Khaine player sees a line and goes, hey, you know what? If I win priority, I'm just going to give it to you. I mean, what are you going to run into? Can those Morbeg Knights pick up? Sure, they could pick up half the sisters. Let's just say they could do that. The other half have more than enough pop in their bat to delete those Morbeg Knights. And then he would have a turn if he gives it away. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
So he's at a 5-up ward.
2 save. 4 damage. That drops him down to 6 wounds.
And then he fights back into the blades.
Okay, so he's battle damage, so his attack profile goes down to Skeletal Talons goes down to 10 or more. So
When he's taken 10 or more damage. And he has 6 left?
6 left.
Or
So
is it 10 or more damage?
yeah, has 10 or more damage points.
Oh,
the
that's-
attack
okay, okay.
Yeah, so actually he's still at full strength.
So his bracket's really low. Like
Okay.
there's some where it's like if you take like
Yeah.
6 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Fang Maw. This is the lottery.
Casino cannon.
Looking for 4s. Nothing. Talons, 6 attacks. Wound on 2s. All of those go through at least. 1 rend.
Goes right through.
2 damage each, so 8 damage total.
4, 6, 7, 8. Sixes. He is on 1 health. 2 damage, 4 damage, 6 damage. Yeah.
Saves 2.
He has 1 health left.
Crazy.
7 health total.
Cool. And then, yeah, the guys at the back were set up, so they can't.
They can't move, but they could have charged.
They could have charged, but I forgot about them because they looked like they were on your side. Okay. Roll for Prio. Oh, sorry. I guess we count them up. I didn't get my battle tactic. I have 1.
Do you have CP? Still have 1 CP. You can power through if you want.
And
You deal D3 mortals, and then move your movement characteristic.
okay.
So you can power through with him or with them.
Yeah. Okay. So I might as well do it with him because that D3.
Is it on the? I'm trying to remember if it's like 2 up. I think it's just a flat D3. Just roll it anyways. So
3.
3.
I would have preferred him powering through the Morbeg Knights. There's more potential damage there, I think, than on the Terrorgeist. Oh boy. Priority. Let's see what happens.
Dead, and then you get to move up to your movement characteristic.
Okay. So that's a movement of 12. Where did I put my?
Oh, he could clip that objective. Does he? No, his butt's too big. He has to stay outside of 3. I don't think he could clip that objective. That would have been cool if he actually had moved so far that I think a buddy move is happening right now. I think a buddy move's happening right now. I don't believe the dragon would be able to clip that objective, but that's okay. Well, with that clip, though, that's potentially 5 points. I don't know what the OC is. Let's find out.
Not that good. It is monster.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I guess I can
5,
control a 5.
6. I think I have 6. What's the Hag Queen? 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
Yeah.
I still hold
Still
it.
got it. Okay.
But yeah. Or the double.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you spent a command point, and then we scored up.
Okay, I get 2.
Uh,
That's it.
control the side.
No battle tactic.
Yep. Next turn. Priority.
Yeehaw. Okay. Do I lose quickly or do I lose slowly? Quickly.
I will take the turn, yeah.
Oh, brutal.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody's underdog. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, now would be a really good time to say, hey, everyone, welcome to the channel if you're new. We are a streaming channel that basically streams games out of a shop called X Planet Games, located in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. And this game looks like it's about to be done in the next few moments. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. There was lots of talking. There's lots of positioning being discussed. There's definitely a whole bunch of conversation regarding Marathi and my opinion on how to use her. With the Daughters of Khaine player electing to take turn, I mean, he could have gave it away just to keep the buffs up, I suppose, but the dragon's now threatening his main base, and that's actually 5 points, which is actually a much bigger concern. So the snake ladies are going to lose all their buffs because I don't think they're going to be in range of anything else. But Marathi is completely, for all intents and purposes, now indestructible. He did not get the priority, so she can actually dive into potentially some more big knights, feeling confident that she's not going to die this turn, and even have the sisters actually slither into those Morbeg and slam them as well. And between Marathi and those sisters, those Morbeg knights should fall. The Terrorgeist that is now threatening his home base, that's a much bigger issue. And mostly because I don't know if the Stalkers have enough power to delete the Terrorgeist with just shooting. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. And position-wise, he should definitely commit more bodies to the center maybe, and then position to potentially charge with them just to try and finish it off, potentially. And then, of course, there's the Endless Spell, or I should say the manifestation for Daughters of Khaine, that little bloody snake thing. That's a thing in the bottom right-hand corner. That could come in to support as well, either into the Terrorgeist or even those ghouls, to prevent those ghouls for getting on that objective and potentially taking it away. All right, so those are a whole bunch of words, and let's find out what decisions the Daughters of Khaine player makes. Now, he doesn't take a double, because the last player to go was actually the Flesh Eater Courts player. So without taking that double means he gets to score a battle tactic. He's going to go with Seize the center, it looks like, and I would imagine he's doing that with a hero and maybe a unit of bow snakes. I'm not 100% certain, but probably 2 heroes, as I would think, is what he would do there. Because he's got them floating around in that unit, so you might as well try and do that. He could do that with the 2 heroes, with actually Baby Marathi or Little Marathi and a hero to cap that center. Send all the bow snakes into the Terrorgeist. Send his Endless Spell into the Terrorgeist or those ghouls right there. That would work. He's dropping down buffs. I'll go confirm those buffs in a few moments. Yeah, I tried to delete that Terrorgeist as much as he can and then send this into the Morbegs. Once the Morbegs are gone, that's his final hammer. He's got the 2 Aberrants that are poking out on the other side. Here, let's switch camera views for a second. Boom. There's these 2 right here. I mean, they're not nothing, but they're hardly what I would call hammers at this point. And that's something to... Yeah, once those Morbegs are gone, and it really should be basically these 2 units' job to make sure that they're dead, and that dragon gone, this game should be pretty much going through the talk-out stage. So I'm assuming Jack is letting his friend basically have a little bit of fun right now. And then I'm guessing he's just hoping maybe he flubs everything. Let's find out how the dust settles in the next few moments.
And I'm doing Seize the center. Little Marathi's going to run. She's going to move 1. So 7. I don't really know where the exact center is, but I'm pretty sure that's within 3 of it. And then the priest is going to run as well. Another 1 plus 1. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so they're within the range of the barricade. It halves their movement?
Yep.
Okay.
And they can't run.
Oh, that sucks. So 4. What's up?
That barricade was cast by her.
The Archregent. We already covered it.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
It honestly would help me if it wasn't there, but
It's one of those things where you have to have like the matrix vision.
Get a chance to maybe try to spell it.
Um,
I'm guessing no.
Because it was the double turn. So yeah,
No,
really
you
the
had an
only.
opportunity to
Yeah, so I could have gotten rid of it, and I probably should have, but
dispel it in
I
your
tried to
own
do.
Correct.
I
You had an opportunity to do so.
yeah,
I just wasn't sure because I was talking.
I got movement onto this guy, and then I tried to do the carrion call to give a bit of movement when I summon something back in. It's something on the long list of things that have gone poorly for me.
Well,
So
the massive advantage of being on stream is literally the learning process.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
To be able to review absolutely everything, including all the comments. Obviously, after this turn, probably won't play much.
No.
Just hit the talk outfit.
what makes you say that, Lionel?
You
What you don't have faith in me to pull it off?
You're right. Please be checked.
Who knows? Who knows?
No, I agree with you.
Crit mortal attack is relevant.
Keep forgetting that I have magnets on everything.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, this goes away. This goes away.
Now, as that move is happening, even if he actually had done everything I had said on those previous rounds and played for the priority, he would have lost it. He would have lost that priority. But it would have put Marathi in a very interesting position. She would either have to stick and potentially die or retreat, which would have been kind of cool too. And potentially those bow snakes could have been charged by the dragon if he had decided to take that fence off. That would have been kind of cool. All right, so Marathi's going to reposition. She is not going after those Morbeg Knights. Interesting move. She's actually positioning to I guess, potentially charge. Hold on one second. Are the sticks also moving that direction? All right. Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure this is a tactical, how would you put it? I don't think this is a tactical mistake. Because I'm 100% certain John understands if he scoops up those more big knights, this game will be over. I think he's just, I guess, giving his buddy a chance to kick some butt. And that's one way to do it, folks. I mean, these guys are buddies, so hey, you got to play with the people you love, and there it is. But you know what? I mean, Jack's got big shoulders. He's a super sweet guy, and I really don't think it would hurt his feelings if the killing blow just landed right now. And it just happens. But maybe I'm overplaying it. Maybe he's seeing something I am not. Maybe he just wants to control every single objective on the battlefield. So I mean, that's like a sub game, right? I mean, if he controls every single objective on the battlefield, that is something. Yeah, those more big knights are definitely much better when they have an opportunity to charge, because that's when they unlock extra damage. If you charge them, they are nowhere near as big a threat. And if this is a legit positioning move, and he's more concerned about eliminating those two heroes, then I would critique it and say, hey, I think you should have went that way anyway. And in fact, went that way with both Marathi and the sisters, and just had the shots, like I said, all fire at the Terrorgeist and potentially finish it off in combat if you must. But once those two hammers are out of play, all he has is a Born Ghoul Kings. Those two little kings on the objective that you see basically right here. And heck, even the Canary can actually potentially kill and hunt after these guys. All right, let's see where this game happens to settle at. Let's see.
Saves 1.
Takes 2. Shadow Queen's going to shoot into the Archregent. 2 and 2. Misses.
Oh,
Seems to be the
a silver lining.
trend of the game is
Yep.
just her missing every single shooting attack. Okay. We are going to shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 into the Decapitator and 5 into the Archregent.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so let's assume that that trick works out and he shoots and basically kills both. What are the Snake Ladies doing then? If they're not charging to get on the objective, he doesn't cap that objective. It's a lot of committing to two models that don't really matter. Oh, okay.
1 into the Decapitator.
Saves 1.
1 damage each.
Okay.
So you need all 6.
All 6s. It's coming right up. No, he's dead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these are into the Archregent.
Sometimes they
Oh, yeah.
the game where I feel that
6 at -1.
but like end of my turn, I'm feeling more here aside from what I killed from.
Save 1.
So 3 mortals. You know what I mean?
1 damage.
Picking up.
Nope, he's gone.
Okay. And then the 5 bomb into the
One of those like
Terrorgeist.
this or
Okay.
going here. If you kill the unit, I get to bring it back. Like I'm actually shocked that he's killing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That whole game, I was like,
2. 2 at -1.
Okay. Looking for 5s. Saves 1.
1 damage each.
1 damage. Okay.
He has 5 health left.
5 health left. Yep.
That's it for shooting. Would you like to covering fire?
YOLO, why not?
Terrorgeist into the bow snakes?
Yep.
Okay.
I think I need like a 5. Yeah.
Because it's -1.
Nice,
Oh!
there we go. 2 up to wound. Nope. Classic.
Yeah.
those attacks are so
Charges.
freaking rough.
The snake's charging. He needs
Okay.
anything but snake eyes. Haha, get it? Snake eyes.
Oh.
Alright, that was stupid.
Can you hear me laughing?
I mean, this game.
Boom, he's gonna tag them both into combat.
Cool.
That's only infantry heroes, so that's it for my charges. Would you like to countercharge your more bags?
Damage on his face, and then he's down to 4. Like,
I think it's a 9. Or no, it's a
and I still think
Yeah.
it's a 7, but it's 2 CP.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
wrong, but
All right. Countercharge it.
It's not even my battle tactic
Mortal
anymore.
Bomb. That's a 4.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't re-roll it, right?
No, because it's already a command.
That makes sense.
So then I guess we'll just see if the snake can kill the Terrorgeist. 3 attacks, 4s to hit, 2s to wound. Is he a hero?
Nope.
Okay.
Just a monster.
4s to hit, 2s to wound, 1 rend, 3 damage. Oh, it has crit mortals. 2. 1 hits, 1 wound at 1 rend. And then there was a mortal that went through.
1 rend?
1 rend.
Okay, it goes through.
So then 3, 6 damage.
Okay.
So 5 upwards.
wasn't actually that great. But when they don't die, they deal 3.
Still dice.
5 on the dot. And then the ghouls fight into the snake.
Yeah.
And the moral damage would kill the Clusian. All from
So sketched out with flimsy models.
Yeah, I gotta fix that one.
Yeah, ghouls into the snake,
Okay.
and then we'll talk it out.
Yeah. Okay, ghouls get 2 attacks, I believe. Where are my ghouls? Oh, ghouls. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Spend my last CP for all out attack. 3s and 4s. 2 auto wounds. 3 auto wounds, sorry. And then 4s.
But like, is it so much worse to cast a one-handed spell?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No rend.
6, 9, 12. No rend?
Yep.
4s. How much damage is this? 1 damage each?
1 damage each, yeah. What's the health on it?
10, I think.
Okay. So it's alive.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that matters.
Takes all of them, though. All right.
I am debating
Seize the center. Control my own. Control one of the sides. Control the enemy. Your turn. Okay. Is there any battle tactics you can complete? Battle tactics. What do the ghouls move?
6.
Paragon Riders, but like, no, the ones that drop balls. The Sphinx,
No. That one doesn't happen. What's inevitable demise?
Inevitable demise is fight twice and don't die, I believe.
That's do not waver. It's one of the death ones.
in that game, like, Swan's resurrectability was not important.
2 or more units wholly within enemy territory and more than 9 inches from other units. Yeah, so I also can't get it. I'm too.
Oh, you can do Slay the Entourage, insta-kill her.
Yeah,
Okay, that one's pretty easy.
cool.
Hero phase, nothing happens. Your movement phase, you go.
All right, as the guys talk it out, I put up the score because we had Arya Woods asking what the heck the score was. There's a score for you, buddy. The guys are actually just talking out steps currently right now and figuring out where the score will actually settle. And with that, as these two beautiful human beings finish off their game, I'd like to thank all of you for watching up to this point. I appreciate you and everything you do. If you haven't done so already, man, we super appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. We are closing in on 1,000 subscribers, and we can only do it with your support. That's right. That's how that works. If you like this sort of thing and you like what we do, well, guess what? We do this every Wednesday, or at least we try. And we do the same thing for 40K every Friday, actually. And we also stream all our AoS and 40K events as well. So you can follow us throughout an entire day of streaming if you like that type of thing. We actually just did one just this past weekend for Age of Sigmar. And not this weekend, but the weekend after that, we're going to do the same thing for 40K. And that's the start of our qualifier series. And if it's the first time you're hearing about that, well, guess what? Every year we do an invitational in July. And what we do is we then, at the beginning of the year, launch all these qualifier tournaments for that invitational. So we hold 5 events, and we take the top 16 players from all those events and invite them to play for amazing prizes, because the prize pool from each of the 5 events gets set aside for that invitational. So typically, there's like $1,000 in prizes, give or take, plus trophies and everything else that's get tossed in there. If you want to follow that journey, well, then definitely hit that subscribe button. Maybe even flash us a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated, just for the algorithm gods. And yeah, it should be a fun 2025 is basically what this is. All right, as these guys continue rolling some dice, let's see the final moments of this game and see where the score settles.
Okay. But dangle not wanting to
5, no rend.
4s. 3 go through.
1 damage.
Each. 6s. Takes 1 damage.
Sick.
So then you're still getting 1 plus 4 for the battle tactic. Or control side. Battle tactic. Next turn, we roll for priority.
Hey.
I assume you take it.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any. I guess I could move the Morbegs and take your land.
Or, oh. No, if you take it, you get a double, so you can't.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, well,
Yeah.
what difference does it make? Yeah.
Because then, like, regardless, it flips to my turn. I
Yeah.
still have take their land.
Yeah.
I still have take the flanks.
I'm starting to get the
Slay the entourage.
slight feeling that you might have won this one.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
So we call it there.
Yeah.
All right, folks, with that, we'll end it. The score is somewhere, for Flesh Eater Quartz, it'll be in and around 30-plus points, give or take. I'd like to thank these two beautiful human beings for being on the table and braving the stream. It always takes a bit of courage to put yourself out there. And remember, folks, it is far easier to criticize than it is from the sidelines than it is to actually play the game. So keep that in mind. Again, thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jonathan, for coming on stream. Thank all of you for coming out and joining us tonight. And then I guess we'll see you next week.
Was basically the only thing that I got to do. Pretty rough.
Yeah, I was surprised at how much I had left at the end.